There's nothing more that I love doing than ripping on fundamentalist Christians on their biggest day of the year. Okay, there are things that I like doing more than that, of course, but for the sake of this video, yes, that is the thing that I like doing the most. And what better way to do that than make fun of a 1 Million Moms article? I don't know, there has always been something about this website that draws me in. For me, this site is the perfect encapsulation of the moral panic that's so prevalent on the right, and it's in its most annoying form on top of that. Middle-aged, hyper-religious conservative Karens. This time, I picked an article where 1 Million Moms wages war against Snickers for airing a commercial that vaguely references sex. The fucking horror. Anyway, let's begin reading that article, shall we? 1 Million Moms is disgusted by a television ad for Snickers. The candy company's vulgar commercial is currently airing and features two couples and the topic of swinging and wife swapping. I don't know about you, but if a couple wants to engage in swinging, I say go the fuck ahead, because why should other people's sex lives be any of my business and something that I should dictate? It's like people who always use the word cuck as an insult. I know cuck has become kind of synonymous with words such as coward in internet lingo, but if someone genuinely engages in cucking, that is none of my business either. It's not my place to judge, it's not my sex life. Same thing with open relationships. I don't give a fuck about that either, but a lot of people want to cast judgment on that. I just think that all in all, we care a little bit too much about other people's sex lives. My philosophy is, so long as everything is legal and consensual, have fun. What you do in the bedroom is none of my business, nor should it be the business of anyone else. But anyway, sorry I got sidetracked there. That opening paragraph just reminded me of how fucking prudish we are. Anyway, during a game night, two couples are playing a board game in this commercial, and after one game wraps up, one female asks the others, "Hey guys, do you want to do a little swap?" So scandalous. The other female laughs and says, "I mean, yeah, I could be into it." Then she looks and smiles at the other male, who is not her companion. Not her companion, are you fucking kidding me? And asks, "Would I like move in with Tyler, or is it just more of a one-time casual thing?" The first female answers, "I was talking about switching up teams for fun." Embarrassed, the second female concludes, "Of course, whose turn is it anyway?" After a moment of awkward silence, her male companion answers, "Tyler's, apparently." This is how Snickers finds it appropriate to represent their company via television. Snickers thinks it is clever to use a vulgar play on words in this ad, but in reality it is irresponsible because everyone knows children repeat what they hear. Of course, this all leads back to think of the fucking children! Obviously, Snickers has crossed a line that many viewers find to be repulsive. The repetitious wordplay in this commercial is not only indecent, but also in poor taste. In response to them saying, "This is in poor taste," out of curiosity, I checked out this commercial just to see how scandalous and vulgar it exactly is, and admittedly, it made me chuckle. Now, personally, this commercial made me upset for a completely different reason, of course, and that is because I fucking hate commercials, and I hate the fact that a commercial actually managed to bring a chuckle out of me. But anyway, all of this moral panic shit always goes back to think of the children. What if children watch this, or hear this, or read this? Do you really think your average little kid is going to know what the fuck a swinger is? The woman in the commercial does not point blank say to the other woman, "Okay, let's swap. I'll fuck your husband, you fuck mine." They vaguely allude to the act, yes, but it is nothing that a little kid would pick up on unless they knew what this commercial was vaguely alluding to. This is such a non-issue because is a child hearing a sexual innuendo that they don't even understand anyway really the worst thing in the world? Before you get all up in arms over me saying that, plenty of cartoons that I watched, and you probably also watched as a kid, were filled with jokes that I didn't pick up on when I was initially watching them that I pick up on now as an adult. Here is quite possibly the most famous example. In the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob wants to give Gary a bath, he gives Gary 2 soap bars and says, "Doubloons, don't drop them," a clear reference to the saying, "don't drop the soap." Is your average little kid familiar with the saying, "don't drop the soap," and on top of that, know what the saying means? Most likely not. I sure as fuck didn't when I was watching SpongeBob as a kid and saw that episode. I wasn't going around saying doubloons, don't drop them to everyone around me when I was a kid, because the line flew right over my head back then. So therefore, it wasn't a memorable line to me. Here's another innuendo that I am sure no kid got. In the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, Hothead, Eustace is asked, what's 414 divided by 6? The answer is 69. Even as an adult, I had to have that joke explained to me because I don't fucking know math. English has always been my bread and butter. Can your average 5-year-old divide 414 by 9? Probably not, and even if they could, would they even know that the joke is in reference to a sex position? Even more unlikely. This type of stuff is what makes the cartoons I grew up watching still entertaining to me as an adult. The jokes and references I didn't pick up on when I was a kid. Is there this epidemic of kids who have seen this commercial and then they were instantly able to pick up on what the concept of swinging is? I highly fucking doubt it. When I was a kid, yeah, sure, there were some commercials that I was entertained by, but for the most part, I just wanted the cartoon that I was watching to come back on. And I'm sure a lot of little kids are the same way I was. And there's nothing about this commercial that I think really grabs the attention of a little kid. Was this commercial even airing on children's networks in the first place? If not, then I say tough shit. You were likely already watching a show or a movie that isn't intended to be seen by a child anyway, so if that is the case, then why are you mad that a commercial like this would be airing in between a show or a movie that, again, is not intended for a child audience? This moral panic shit is so fucking illogical, and I so wish it would just die. And at the side of this article, you can see that 19,812 people signed a petition to take this ad down. So where's the fucking 1 million signatures? 1 million moms? This may tread into conspiracy theory territory, but I've always had a hunch that the number of signatures you see at the side of these articles are doctored because they're always around the 15,000 to 19,000 number territory. But I guess if that really were the case, why wouldn't they just always make the number 1,000,000 so it could fit with the site's name, and so they can also say, see, we really do have 1 million moms on our side. But whatever, what I do know for certain though is that this site fucking sucks, and anyone who is like the people who run this site also fucking suck. Anyway, I hope the holiday season has been treating you all well. Me personally, I've been wrestling with depression, but videos like this provide a nice escape and some catharsis for at least a little bit, so yeah. But let's not get too much into that. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.